Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. It's Kramer from Video Game Hustle. Today we're going to be talking about gaming channel content. Content for your gaming channel, the advantages and disadvantages of different kinds of content. I've done all three kinds of content that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to give you examples and tell you advantages and disadvantages of each one. So let's get to it. So we're going to be doing this in PowerPoint presentation style. So first, this is just the opening slide. This is me. So here's the key points. So the first thing is you want to focus on your favorite / most popular game. You have, there's a group of games that are your favorite, and then there's a group of games that are the most popular. You want to pick the one that is your favorite, but also the most popular. For example, I really love the game BioShock, but no one cares about that game, and well, it's going to be 2022 tomorrow, so no one cares about BioShock in 2022. I can't just go making a bunch of content around BioShock. I don't think it won't get very many views. Compare that to something like Call of Duty, or the example I always use because it's something that I have worked in is RuneScape, old school RuneScape, or something like World of Warcraft. These are all games that still get a lot of views. So you want to, combine those two aspects. Gets a lot of views, but also a game you love. So, as I briefly mentioned, there are three types of content: progression series, informative content, and highlights. We're going to talk about all three in this video. So we don't have to define them right now. We will define them as we go, but this just gives you an outline for the video. So a progression series. A progression series is going to be basically, you have a goal within your game, and you basically just document the journey in the most entertaining way possible. So one thing that I was going to be doing was I was going to be doing Call of Duty. I don't play it anymore, but when I was focusing on that, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to do Road to 3.0 kill death ratio. So, in this one, if you know about RuneScape, he wanted to complete the Theater of Blood on a very restricted account. It was a very big accomplishment for him to do it, and that's like a very common type of video. That's probably like the most common, is like people just progressing through a game. They might not call it a progression type video, but they will just be onwardly just making the same kind of content, like these 15-minute videos of them doing their thing, playing their game. So now we're going to give a few tips about the progression series. Again, when you're doing these progression series, whatever you're doing, the idea, obviously, like, you want success, right? So you have to have some sort of X factor. So ideally you have all of these aspects. So amazing content. So you're going to have original, cool content, high quality, recorded in high quality, or a really cool idea, or you're really, really good at this part of the game. You're the best in the world at this part of the game. That can account for amazing content. And then what also contributes to amazing content and amazing videos is going to be amazing editing. So as you progress with this journey, you're going to have to develop other skills. And this is a good thing, by the way. This is not like a warning against doing this isn't a warning against starting a channel. This is just letting you know you're going to have to become a decent video editor, especially if you're doing this type of content. The other type of content that I focus on, I have not become much of an editor. But this other type, it really, really helps if you're an amazing editor. So again, if you want, you can watch Settled. This guy that I was just showing, his name is Settled. He did the Swampletics series. His editing is actually just next gen. I don't know what to call it. Just amazing. And then lastly, it's okay that if you're brand new to editing, brand new to like making videos, and then like presenting them, it's okay that you're going to be really bad at it at first. Just try to make your videos as entertaining as possible with like the best intentions possible. That's all you have to focus on, and you'll get better over time. But I just want to say it's okay that you're going to be bad at it for a little while. Next, we're going to talk about some pros of the progression series. one thing that's great about doing a progression series or just like regular content is that you just get to do what you want to do in your game. You know, you're not focused on the money, you're not focused too much on the YouTube necessarily. You are, you know, documenting your journey, but first and foremost, you are playing the game you love, and that's great. You also have like endless content, so as you'll see later on, if you're doing the like information-based content, there's a finite amount of content. But if you're just exploring the depths of a game and just accomplishing different goals, you know there's pretty much no end to the content. And lastly, you can develop a very strong connection to your audience. So you know, your people are gonna love you. You know, again, I just keep talking about this guy Settled from old school RuneScape, but everyone absolutely loves this guy. All he does is like grind this account, and he's a really good guy, it seems like. And he's just like great editing, just like all around great guy. And you just get to know someone as you watch them for like months and months and months, even years, doing their thing. And you know, it just makes you really like them, and your audience is gonna like you. But there are also some cons, right? So you have to become a good editor, like I already said. So, you know, you can expect that you are going to invest energy and time into developing these skills for editing, or you have to pay someone to do it. And on top of that, it's also less direct route to money. So one of the reasons I talk about one of the reasons I made videos in the first place was because I wanted to make some money off of my knowledge through like YouTube and everything. So it's like I had all of this RuneScape knowledge, and I wanted to make videos and make money. So, you know, that's why I talk about money. If you don't care about the money right now and you just want to make your channel, then you should absolutely do the progression series. But me, like, I just wanted, like, I wanted to be able to sell stuff on the internet. That's what I did. You'll see later, or if you've seen my other videos, you already know what I'm talking about. But I wanted to be able to sell something, and it's kind of hard to convince people to buy merch from you if they don't know you that well. You're not that popular. You're also gonna have to design merch, but if you make it, for example, informative content, you can sell ebooks like right away, provided that you're an expert in what you're doing. And lastly, it can take a very long time to see progress with your progression series. It can take a very long time to gain traction in your progression series. There's no guarantee that people are going to like what you're making. Of course, you can, you know, refine what you're doing and keep doing it better and better and better, and I'm sure it'll work eventually. But you know, if you're not, you know, super charismatic or something, you might not ever gain traction. So that is a con to doing something like this. Next, we'll move on to informative content. So this is teaching the internet about your game and being the best at it. So you're making guides, and you're making the best guides in the world. That's your job, and that's what I've done. That's what this whole video game hustle thing is about. That's what I did, and that's what I'm doing again on this channel. So let's talk about some quick tips. Narrow in on one part of your game and make all videos around that topic. So what I would recommend is you find something that you're really good in that doesn't have a ton of videos made around it already, and then you go make a bunch of videos and become an absolute expert in it, and then you just make the best videos in the world on it. And I mean that literally. Like, you make the best videos on the internet about your topic. If you do that, you will rank #1. I can almost guarantee it. And especially if you do that for like all of the videos in that niche, it's pretty much guaranteed. Like, if you have the best videos and you make a bunch of them, people are gonna like, eventually you're just gonna shoot to the top of the rankings, and you're gonna make, you know, you're gonna make money, you're gonna get views, you're gonna grow your channel, everything you want to do. Next, you will streamline your editing process with the same transitions and tricks. So my editing process is very fast when it comes to making my informative videos. I got that down to like 1 or 2 hours to make a video. And you know, when it comes to like the progression series, you know, your editing 10, 20, 30, 40 hours of content sometimes, especially in an RNG based game like RuneScape. You can have to sift through so much content that you just won't have to go through with informative videos like mine. And you should go after under search terms even if the views are low. So if you use something like TubeBuddy to check out the views per month, which I do recommend, if you do that, you can find search terms that just get no views, and you can just become the authority around a certain niche, like I've already mentioned, and you can immediately start seeing success, which is very, very nice. So, informative content pros. So there are terms you can immediately rank for and start getting views. That's what I just said. So right now, believe it or not, there are terms that people are searching for on the internet that nobody has made videos about. So you can literally, just by making a decent video that has the right keywords, you can rank #1 and start getting views today. That is not an exaggeration. That's what happened on Spooky Gaming, my RuneScape channel, and that's what still happens. I still rank #1 for all of these search terms, and I'm just always getting traffic for it. The next pro, you can build a business around your niche. That's what I was already saying. That's what you can see in this image below. This is the Krabby Guide, which is a book that I wrote. It's 26 pages, so it's decent, decently sized, and I've made over 30 sales at $5 each. So you can do the math. That's over $150. And I wrote this in like a few hours, edited it and everything in like a few more hours, and it's made me $150 passively. It's pretty nice. Lastly, there's a clear content outline you can create. So you can look at the search terms in YouTube, and you can make a list of videos you're gonna make, and it's just like boom, you know what videos you need to make. But when it comes to, if you compare that to a progression series, again, it's like you have the limitless, like the possibilities of like making any video you want, but there's also no constrictions. Whereas here, you can constrict yourself to saying, I'm gonna make the videos all around this niche. Again, that's what I did on Spooky Gaming, and by doing that, you'll have a very clear outline of what kind of videos you should make. Okay, so some of the cons of creating an informative content channel like mine. You have less of a relationship with your audience because you're mostly just providing information. Now you can certainly integrate your own personality, but it's way less about you and way more about the information. So there's less of a relationship there, and you are unlikely to become extremely successful. So it's like you're probably not going to become a millionaire. Like you're not going to be a PewDiePie by making informative content, but that you have a much higher chance of this like low medium success, which I think most people would be pretty happy with. I'm very happy with the low medium success I've had with my YouTube channel / business thing, whatever you want to call it, with Spooky Gaming. So higher chance of medium success and low success, but you'll probably never be ultra successful through this strategy. Although it's worth noting that you could transition into the more progression type series. You could transition into like a streamer type vibe after you've already kind of made it with this. So that's a good place to start. Next, highlights and news. So you can cultivate content from other people, and you basically just, your brand is representing other people. We've all seen highlight videos of our favorite games, like streamer highlights, things like that. So the pros of like a highlight channel, you can see immediate success. I've got a clips channel / highlights channel in a niche I've never talked about, but I was the first one to do this for that niche, and within the first like 3 days I had like 2,000 views from 0. So you can see immediate success, which is obviously a pro. You also don't have to be particularly talented. If you find a really good niche, you don't have to be good at the game. You don't have to be super smart or anything. You can just start seeing success. And lastly, you can kind of get your feet wet with YouTube. If you are shy and you don't want to immediately go on camera, you can just start making videos with other people's content and put videos together that way. But there are also some cons to the highlights, which is your videos are subject to getting brought down at any time. Since it's not really your content, people can copyright strike you, and they have every right to. The next one is it's very saturated, so there's actually like AI bots that like literally run these highlight channels, and there's also just people running them. So it's pretty tough competition, I would say, to do. And lastly, it's very hard to sell anything since you're not building much of a relationship with your audience. So once again, it's like when you're selling, so we can look at the other two types, right? So if you're doing informative content, you look like a pro. So you can sell something from the aspect of like, I've been doing this for 2 years. I can sell you this book that's going to save you 20 hours if you pay me $5. Easy sell. Or for example, if you are this guy, you can say, you can buy this cool shirt, cool design with my logo or my art on it. You can support the channel. People love to support their favorite creators. It also just makes them feel good to buy something that is associated with something they like. But when it comes to these like highlight channels, you can't. It's just really hard to sell someone on something because it's like you're not an expert on anything, and people don't know who you are. They're just kind of like watching your videos. So it's like the lowest kind of like barrier to entry, kind of. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna wrap up the video. Actually, I'm gonna edit this one down. I don't want it to be too long. I know it's already pretty long, but I did want to let you guys know that I'm putting together a free crash course. So if you want to check out a totally free crash course, it's gonna like walk you through everything you need to do to really get started. Get your first 1,000 subs, start making some money, get some views. Check the description below. I've got a link. And I'll just send you this crash course over email, and then you can also just go to videogame.hustle.com/newbie if you want to go that route. But that is going to wrap up the video. So I appreciate you guys spending your time with me, checking out this video. Have a great 2022. It's the new year, like tomorrow. So have a great 2022, and I will see you guys in the next video. Once again, if you want, you can get the free crash course below and help you get started. So see you guys later. Have a great day.